From dunking on a radio host
Chris, you look like a deaf guy that goes to the gym.
to exposing an ex-NFL podcaster.
Theo keeps faking injuries, I think, to get his contract money still.
Here are 7 times disrespectful interviewers got destroyed by Theo Von, starting with Chris DiStefano, who went off on Theo during an episode of the Opie Radio podcast.
I feel like a woman, dude.
Yeah, well, you look like a woman. You look like a woman right now, dude. You look like Eileen Wuornos, the first female serial killer ever killed.
That's not true.
Look at her haircut. Google Eileen
look
Wuornos.
way
You have the
better than
same
her.
mullet haircut, Theo. Look at that.
You look
Tell
dumb.
me Same cut.
Let me see it.
Same cut.
And Chris continued to amp up the heat.
I auditioned for his pilot today.
And he talking
Unbelievable.
Nice.
Wait, he auditioned for your pilot
and
he
he's
came in
got
here.
the balls to come in here and talk shit. All right, we're going to see what up now, player. I don't think you got the role. This guy want to make fun of my haircut. We gonna see.
But soon, it was time for Theo to clap back.
Chris, you look like a deaf guy that goes to the gym. You look like, dude. 100%. If you could ever meet yourself, you would hate it. You would hate it, dude. You're like a teenage mutant ninja human. Wow. You're the worst. Turtle Hill. Go back to Turtle Hill.
But as if making fun of his hair wasn't enough, Chris also took friendly shots at Theo's past drug addiction in another podcast.
First of all, you look like you're on crystal meth. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. Like, I know you're not, but like you look like it would be shocking to me that a guy that looks like you isn't using crystal meth. And really and just like the hair and the beard, it's like you just look like
kind of beard.
Well, whatever, like
a little bit of hair.
You know, he's got like a Civil War head. You know what I mean?
And Theo had the perfect comeback, locked and loaded.
So you seem like a dude that works at a toll booth that always tells people he's gonna do something different. Like on your lunch break, you tell all the black ladies you're gonna be doing something different, but you still keep coming back. And you always pocket a couple of quarters. You think you have a scheme. It's like stealing like 75 cents a day. And stacking it up at home for like a big adventure.
Yeah, I live with my mother for sure.
Despite Theo's roast, Chris managed to keep things playful, unlike podcasters Will Compton and Taylor Lewin, who took it a little too far.
People were dying, dude. And then you guys said you did. You know, I got that text on that airplane, and that's when Will Compton said that you. Yeah, man. I remember I was literally crying in my seat, and
It all started when Will pulled a prank on Theo that quickly went out of control.
So he texts you, and he was like, "Dude, did you hear what happened to Caleb?" And you hit him back right away. You're like, "What happened?" And he was like, "He passed away." And then he immediately took a photo of me doing like this in my little gown. But then you're on a plane, so
the photo didn't come in.
The photo didn't come.
But Theo wasn't ready to forgive just yet.
And he's like, "I'm absolutely gutted." That's what he said with the photo, I guess. And so that's all I got. And then that Wi-Fi kept cutting in and out. Yeah, man. I remember I was literally crying in my seat. And when I landed, I found out that it was a joke and you were still alive. So
do you and Will still have beef?
I mean, I would say I'm not super fond of somebody that's gonna, first of all, not even fake their own, at least fake your own.
And Theo's anger took form in heavy jabs.
And they have like a show, I don't know what it's called, but they do it. It's yeah. It's like they're on like a little bus.
But like, with the tall guy?
Yeah. The other guy played football here, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they're on first of all, they're on a little bus, which is like, I'm not saying that's where they belong.
But while the co-host tried to backpedal, Theo didn't let it go.
Compton, I think his eyesight's real bad, and he has CTE. He has CTEFG, dude, I saw.
That's between you guys, man. Taylor got some new teeth.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See,
that's
good.
Fucking rich shit. But I'll just say this. If somebody wants to put some meat on the grill, I'll watch it cook in front of them boys.
And Theo made sure they knew his roasts weren't just friendly banter this time.
And Taylor keeps faking injuries, I think, to get his contract money still.
Someone's got to pay for the teeth, dude.
I'm not putting a bounty out on Taylor or anything, but if anybody rolls up with the ivory that's in that dude's mouth, all right, I'll pay you heavily for it.
But instead of apologizing, the duo painted themselves as the victims.
This man's coming at us.
Yes.
This man, for whatever reason.
Last 2 episodes, George Kittle and Caleb Presley, he's thrown some weird shots at the boys. Some wild shots.
Meat shots, dude. Just punching us right in the groin. For no reason.
Yeah. It seems like he has beef with me faking the whole Caleb Presley when Caleb was on a ventilator.
While the two got offended over Theo's light roasts, Bobby Lee took them like a champ multiple times.
So would a bowl be the same as a plate? Go beat a cup apart. I'm sorry, with a hammer. That's true. You flatten it out. Maybe there's a
tape
plate
it together.
Right.
What do you have? You have a plate, dude.
You got a plate.
And he won.
How does he
Theo
do it?
Vaughn, I don't know how you do
does
it,
he
dude. You're crafty, dude, huh?
Chinkmate, man.
Would you say chinkmate?
And with Bobby giving him free reign, Theo dunked on him on another podcast as well.
It's a hygiene risk, they call it.
Yeah, for sure. Hepatitis risk.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Wow. Are you asleep or awake? What are you? Dude, I feel like I'm on Yellow Mirror. Have you seen that show? Got him!
Dude, bro.
But Theo wasn't afraid of getting canceled, so he took his jokes to some outrageous places.
Okay, let's just, I have this weird disease where I'm in a coma but I can pee.
Yeah.
And if I think that if
they call it the yellow sleep, they call it. You know?
It's just like, I just want to say this is that just don't say yellow sleep.
My bad.
Again.
They call it the Kung Pao coma.
And before he eased up on Bobby, he dropped one last bomb in his podcast.
I could see somebody with like a vitamin deficiency or like severe, DNA deficiency or something, immediately being like a chromosome deficiency, being like, oh, this is our guy, this is our mayor, this is our Wizard of Oz. You don't think that at all? Come on, guy.
Theo isn't afraid of roasting popular comedians like Bobby, so it's little surprise that he even took shots at Joe Rogan.
I love to look at the world through your eyes for 10 minutes. I think I'd take you right to the hospital. I'd be like, whatever medication we're on, we got to change it. We got to fix this.
Bro, you should meet yourself then, bro. You are extraterrestrial, man.
But if once wasn't enough, Theo did it again in another JRE episode.
So I usually do this right after cardio. So this is like a cardio session.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You look like one of those turkeys when they tie it up and it gets all like kind of like lined out.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? When they put that rope around that the ham and it's got all the...
my six-pack.
But while Joe Rogan let the roast slide, Chris D'Elia wasn't about to let things go without a fight.
Let me say this, man. I will never cancel a show.
Cool.
Here's
Done.
what things
That's
I won't...
That's a great soundbite. That's a great soundbite.
I see what he's doing here.
I have some news for you. Theo didn't cancel his show. Theo canceled his whole European tour a week before it happened.
And Chris's scorching didn't end there.
So not only did he do what he said he would never do, he's doing the same thing I'm doing.
I would never do that. What he's doing.
Who's the stepdad now? And who's the real daddy?
Dude, he was... Oh, is he okay?
But Theo wasn't about to get clowned on for free.
First of all, Chris D'Elia wears deodorant on his whole arm, okay? So people should know that he starts at the wrist with the stick and brings it all the way up to the pit. So that right there, that's something. You will not find me postponing a show because of the air elements, okay?
On top of that, Theo made it clear that he was leagues ahead of Chris.
Storm, rain, fire, second coming, third coming. In case Jesus gets lost, you feel me? Sunlight, no light, drizzle, missiles, drizzles, ice missiles. I will be there. Bring it on, Mother Nature.
And in the same breath, Theo also showed Chris who really ran the show.
And will Chris D'Elia be there? No. Will I be there? Yes. So I'm the real daddy, all right? If you put my Johnson on a record player and played it backwards, you can hear it go, daddy, daddy, daddy. Because I got that Bose surround pound, you feel me?
While Chris lost this friendly spar, he tried again during April Fools, when the two exchanged each other's podcasts.
Guess what, dude? Exposing Theo. Guess what he uses? A fucking HP computer. He uses an HP. It straight up is the last one. That's the last HP that ever came out. And Theo was like, I'll take it. And then he said to fucking Nick, right? He said, hey, if anybody ever asks, just will you please say that shit's you?
And Chris jumped on the opportunity to get his revenge.
So he has an HP and he does the podcast alone in his room. Do you know what that means? He's crazy. That's what that means. You can't, if you're in a room alone, by the way, it's what? 8 feet by 4 feet? It's a cell. It's a cell with artwork in it.
But it was ultimately Theo who stole the spotlight.
First of all, a lot of people have said there's rumors going around that Chris bought a college and shut it down. A lot of poor choices by the one and only Chris D'Elia. There's a rumor that Chris D'Elia's feet are very small, but his shoes are very big. Doesn't make a Ronald McDonald.
Taking advantage of the prank, Theo ripped into Chris in his own studio.
Chris is, if you look at Chris from far away, you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, what's going on over there? You know? That guy looks malnourished but tall and athletic. But if you get up close to him, you see that, first of all, the guy has more ribs than anybody.
And Theo's roast train didn't stop there.
I don't know if you've ever seen y'all's daddy with the shirt off, but the guy has, dude, I got, let me see, 8 ribs, right? Chris has probably, bro, no joke, 76 ribs, dude.
But Theo had a few more friendly punches to throw before calling it a day.
Like when you're on vacation, they don't want to descale it or whatever, and they give you that fish. Then they got, and it's got all the bones in it. That's like him, man. And his face, around his chin, it looks like, you ever seen after a fire goes over a hill and they put it out? He has that. He has that very fire growth, you know? Like that Malibu post-fire kind of stubble.
And after Chris, Brendan tried to get slick with Theo on the Fighter and the Kid podcast, but it didn't go so well.
You're the one that beat Down syndrome in Louisiana. Fresh off the boat. You look like you're an extra from Waterboy.
But after Brendan's failure, Theo showed him what true roasting looks like.
You're not going to influence Indian children, dude. I don't think a lot of Indian kids look at you and be like, I want to, you know, look like a French Paul Bunyan when I get older. You know what I'm saying?
French Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, you look like fucking...
Why am I French?
Dude, you look like Paul Bunyan if he just drank champagne all day and never did any forestry.
And Theo's creative demolition knew no bounds.
Oh, you're easier to hate, I think.
Well, you think?
I mean, there's just more. I mean, not in like a, if I know you know, but if I just see you, dude, walking by, yeah, dude.
More than you?
Oh, dude. I'm like, who's this? Bro, you look like a mechanic from Nordstrom Rack.
After his looks, Brendan's IQ was next on Theo's hit list.
You're like the dude who, if everybody was escaping prison, you'd be like, nah, I gotta be up in the morning for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be the dude that's like, doesn't get that everybody's getting out, you know?
Oh,
okay, guy. Okay. Have fun in here. You look like the biggest retarded kid in Sacramento.
But Brendan didn't give up and tried going at Theo again in a different episode.
Bro, I saw a possum last time in my backyard, and I thought, I can't believe Theo doesn't have one of those.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I swear, I saw a possum like that. Yeah. There's certain animals that just go with other people. I'm like, dude, I can see Theo walking a possum.
His plan, however, quickly backfired.
I used to have a pet toad, man.
Really?
Yeah. I put mud in a laundry basket and then kept him in my backyard.
God, bro.
He was big.
Bro, that is one of the definitely most lesbian things I've ever heard somebody do.
Pet toad,
you know your daughter's going to be a lesbian when you give her a laundry basket and she puts a bunch of mud and a frog in it.
And before stepping away, Theo served a few more scorchers.
You're always smiling with your eyes closed. Can you smile and open your eyes at the same time? Bet you can't, bro. Bet you can't do it.
While Theo pulled his punches for his old buddy, the same can't be said for his interview with Logan Paul, whose out-of-touch take didn't go on. And this just goes to show that interviewers who get too disrespectful get sniped down fast by Theo.